I need to know how to fix a refrigerator thermostat.
Check that the refrigerator is actually at the temperature it says it is at. The thermostat isn't the problem if the freezer isn't frozen or the fridge is at room temperature.
If it were that obvious, I'd know that the issue was a mechanical failure, not the refrigerator temperature sensor.
You can still check to make sure there isn't freezing water dripping through the vent from the freezer onto the temperature sensor, so it thinks things are nearly freezing when the temperature is fine.
I'd love this to be as simple as cleaning the sensor and hoping it works.
You may need to reset it to fix it.
This is a refrigerator, not a computer.
If the thermostat sensor is malfunctioning, sometimes due to a loose wire or glitch, you have to reset it. Disconnecting and reconnecting is one solution, while rebooting the fridge is another.
Loose wiring can cause erratic signals to the control board anyway.
So make sure the wiring to the sensor is proper before you power cycle the control board.
I have no idea how to power cycle a control board.
Turning the refrigerator off, waiting 5 minutes, and turning it back on is an option. If you don't know how to do that, unplugging it is another.
Since it is hard to reach the plug for the refrigerator, the circuit breaker is easier. But regardless, I'd know if I did that why the power failure error came up.
If power cycling the refrigerator and then resetting the motherboard by adjusting the temperature isn't enough, and the temperature sensor error comes back, then it is the temperature sensor.
I'd rather replace that than the motherboard.
I can't rule out that it is the control board, too, though if the motherboard or control board is the root cause, you probably see other error in addition to the temperature sensor error.
I could get a freezer sensor error instead.
If you get related errors like a freezer sensor and refrigerator sensor, I can't rule out a cooling system problem that's the real root cause. After all, if the fan that blows cold air from the freezer to fridge is malfunctioning, the freezer is too cold and the fridge not cold enough.
A coolant leak could cause that too.
In theory, you'd also get notices that the refrigerator isn't up to temperature because someone left the door open a gap too often, too.
My fridge dings or beeps when the door is open longer than it should be.
If you get that notice plus a temperature sensor notice, you know that at least closing the door could fix the problem.
That isn't the problem.
If you've ruled out all the major problems that could cause the fridge temperature to be off, and you've turned off the fridge before turning it on, then you're down to replacing the sensor and hoping it works.
That sounds rather simple.
You may have to reset the control board or power cycle the fridge for it to properly read the sensor.
And if that fails, I'm down to calling for service because the only thing left is replacing the control board or the fridge itself.